Hey guys, welcome to this week's Tea Tip. So, I wanted to share a little bit about sourcing from different manufacturers and vendors. And what does that mean? A lot of the times we want to pretty much decide if you are kind of tired of making your stuff in house and you're like, okay, it's time for me to, put my big girl panties on and go ahead and actually, source a vendor to make the products for you. And so what you would do, it depends on if you want to use an international vendor or somebody on ground and or in the state. And so sometimes there's a variety in different pros and cons of this. And so some of the pros might be if you use someone that is actually in the United States, you know that maybe the quality of the products, you know some things about like the materials they're using, you know that maybe the shipping time might be less. But some of the cons might be the cost. It might cost more money to have it produced in the US. Where if you go international, some of the pros might be the cost, some of the pros might be the efficiency and quick turnaround time and getting your product. But what becomes a con is definitely shipping. It might cost more money to ship, it might take longer for it to reach to you, and also there might be less communication, depending on what is depending on if there is some issues with language barrier. So, you might end up getting a product that might have some type of, fault in it because of, communication barriers. So I just wanted to share a little bit about sourcing products. And what that means is like if you decide that you want to source your t-shirts and have them be made in bulk, and have them like, have 1,000 of them made, or you decide that you want to expand your apparel brand and go from t-shirts to other products, you also want to source manufacturers and vendors. So this just really depends on, the type of product you're sourcing, how many you're sourcing. A frequently asked, sort of question that you would say is like, what's your MOQ, which means like, what's your minimum order quantity? So how many products do you want to buy, or how many do they require? Like some vendors will not let you buy, like, let's say 1 to 50 or 1 to 100. They might want you to buy 1,000 of a similar, of that product. Also, you have to decide, like, do you want the product to be pre-printed? Do you want the product, is it like certain size variations or certain color variations? So there's just a lot of questions that when you are sourcing your products from vendors that you want to ensure that you are asking and understanding, to ensure that you get the best product available. So that's today's Tea Tip.